Welcome to Your Real World. My name is Tiara Williams, and I just talk a lot of here on Your Real World. We make fun of celebrities. Do I look like Beyonce? I can see your halo, halo, low, low, low. Politicians and everything in between. We'll talk about your grandmama. I'm serious. So hide your kids, hide your wife, because we are about to get real. Welcome to Your Real World. I'm your host, Tiara Williams. Here on the show, we give you news that makes you say, I want to be a better person in life. I'm just playing. Turn up. A UK newspaper ran a disrespectful headline calling Beyonce a whore. Apparently, parents were shocked and appalled over B's sexually charged and raunchy act. If Beyonce is in fact a whore, let's visit what a whore means. What's the criteria for a whore? According to Webster's, the first definition of a whore is a promiscuous woman, a woman who seeks something that is immoral. To associate or have sexual relations with a prostitute or prostitutes. Now that we have the correct definition of a whore, let's rethink Beyonce, who was bumping and grinding on her husband. Meanwhile, Miley Ray Cyrus is twerking on Robin Thicke, and she's misguided. And in Madonna's heyday, she was thrusting and gyrating with less clothes on, and she was just expressive. Not to mention she be calling her kids the N-word. So my point is, Beyonce is a lot of things. She is a mother, a singer, an entertainer, a songwriter, kinda. But she is not a whore. We love our Beyonce. Speaking of whores, a Portland pimp is suing Nike for not warning him that if he used it as a weapon, he could beat somebody half to death. I can't make this stuff up. Seriously. The pimp is suing for $100 million for what he calls a manufacturer's oversight. In June, he used his Nikes to repeatedly stomp the face of a client who refused to pay his hoe. And then he turned around and stomped his hoe. It's hard out here for a pimp. The jury classified the shoes as a dangerous weapon to ensure that the pimp received the longest sentence that he could possibly get. The pimp received 100 years in prison. Now that's a little excessive. I think I sue Nike too. Did I just agree with a pimp? Next, we explore the unfortunate story of Joyce Vincent Carroll, who literally sat up and died. She sat on her couch for 3 years dead before anyone discovered the body. Her body was so badly decomposed that the police didn't know how she died. Must have been watching Scandal and had a heart attack. So my issue with this story is everything. There was complete neglect from all sides of the fence. Her landlord, her neighbors, and her family. I guess it all looked like this. Do you smell that smell? It reeks of composition every time we walk past this door. Oh well, you ready for some tea? You know, I haven't seen the girl that lives in 203 in 3 years. Hello, cheerio. I wonder where Joyce is. She's probably somewhere living life much better than I am. And what about this TV that was on for 3 years? Nobody was like, oh, the TV's been running for the last 37, 80 months. I don't know. The light company didn't say, well, we're gonna definitely shut her off. Just nobody. Nobody said nothing about nothing. Because it's Black History Month, of course we have to include something positive for us. Buffalo Soldiers was the name given to the all-black regiments of the U.S. Army, started in 1866. More than 20 received the highest Medal of Honor for their service, the highest of any U.S. military unit. In 2005, the oldest Buffalo soldier, Mark Matthews, died at age 111. You have been watching Your Real World. I'm your host, Tiara Williams. For more of me, make sure you subscribe first and foremost. And then if you want to join the conversation, you have a comment, whatever you want to say, go ahead and hashtag Your Real World. That's Your Real World. Well, you should know by now. We'll see you soon.